if I'm not careful, I will be my mum. We're making something that when I asked my sisters what dish most reminds you of our mum, all three of us had this in mind, and it's super simple. It's mashed potato, broccoli, and schnitzel, chicken schnitzel.
Cool.
And it was what would take my mum 20 minutes to make because she had 3 jobs, so she would come home really late at night. So that's what I'm making. And I, funnily enough, have never actually made this because it's the dish that my mum always makes. No, so I'm making it for the first time for you today.
Exciting.
I mean, well, don't get me wrong, I make broccoli all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's steaming and broccoli. It's
but
different.
not like schnitzels.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to help me.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I was thinking, okay, it's obviously just frying a chicken. But then I thought with the
But
egg...
you kind of need to cut it and... How are we going to start?
Hold on, what takes the longest? I think I need to...
The potatoes.
The potatoes.
Yeah.
Thanks. So I was very lucky that I always lived with an older sister who loved cooking, and whenever I wasn't with my older sisters, I would do takeaway or I would have avocado on toast.
Oh wow.
I would never cook, ever.
Because you don't like it? Or you
I
didn't kind of care for it?
I really associate, this is going to sound really bad, but I really associate cooking with just a chore back in the day, because my mum and her mum and, you know, all our Croatian family cook really bland food. So then there's no enjoyment in it.
It's like you just need to do it.
You need to do it to feed the kids and that's it. So you don't see cooking as this like art form.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas then when I moved in with Dean, it became this thing that we do together and it's fun and everything, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, yeah, I can bloody do this. Yeah, it's not just, you know, feeding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma, bless her, she's 91 years old and she still, to this day, says to me, are you cooking for your boyfriend? You know, she's like, make sure you cook for him. It's your woman. It's your womanly duties. I know.
At home, who do you remember that used to cook? Like
Mum.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, Mum. If it was like anything to do with cooking outside, like barbecues, it would be my dad.
Yeah.
But Mum was the Monday to Saturday, Sunday main cook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. So much so that my dad would come home quite late from work and he would still have food, you know, like made for him as
Ready
well.
for him. Yeah.
I mean, this is me in the last few years that I would buy chicken breasts like this.
Yeah.
Because you'd grow up and you'd have a whole chicken and your mum would kind of do this herself, like take the
really?
breast and everything.
Oh
yeah,
no.
we would never buy breast.
No?
No.
We did.
Really?
Yeah.
We would never buy breast because I guess it was also a lot more expensive than buying just one chicken.
So you remember your mom as the one that used to cook. Do you think she enjoyed it?
I would say she saw it as her motherly duty.
Yeah.
Actually, she would say it as well. It's her motherly duty to put food on the table.
Really?
I think she did enjoy it because in part it was kind of her hour of just kind of switching off from everything, making food, especially on the weekend if it was like a roast dinner.
Mm-hmm.
She would definitely really enjoy that. But I think there was a lot of we would get asked, okay, what do you want for dinner? Just because she's running out of ideas. All of a sudden, you know, your first kid moves out, your second kid moves out, your third kid moves out, then my parents divorced again, and then all of a sudden she's kind of cooking just for herself. It must be really difficult.
Yeah. Or when you go home, let's say, does she cook like a full meal or?
So I don't go home as much as I should. I do feel bad about that. But when we do go back home, a week before we get there, she asks, what do we want to eat? She prepares everything. She makes this massive feast. She really goes all out. And also it's, I guess, her one enjoyment to also cook the things that she never cooks just for herself.
Yeah. And is it like Croatian things or
always,
not really?
It'll always be Croatian things, yeah. It'll always involve cabbage. When we moved here, it was when my mum and dad got back together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was no longer our grandmother cooking for us, it was our mum always cooking for us, and cooking, definitely using new ingredients, because where we're from, Croatia, and I guess most of Croatia back then was like this, but everything was kind of locally sourced, and you knew where your chickens were coming from, you knew where your vegetables were coming from.
Yeah.
So it definitely was very new for her. Chicken breasts packaged up and everything in plastic and so broccoli was new for us, for example.
Huh.
Broccoli we never had in Croatia. Instead of going, how are you, how's everything? She went, happy birthday, are you keeping that boyfriend of yours happy? Don't be arrogant, don't have arguments with him, just keep him happy. And, you know, I consider myself a feminist, and when I hear my grandmother's giving me this advice, I'm like, my mind is blown. On the one hand, you know, you kind of laugh it off, because or I know that my grandmother just doesn't want me to be alone.
Yeah.
And she thinks, you know, if I keep a man happy, I won't be alone. But on the other hand, she's kind of like, I do kind of say, like, come on, Grandma, have some self-respect. So I have this, I mean, she would hate it if she heard this. I have this fear of turning into my mother because we look so alike.
Really?
And I mean, so much so that people in Croatia that have never met me stopped me and said, are you Mira's daughter? Yeah, it's scary. So I have this like real fear that I'm going to turn into my mother. So then anything that she really dedicates her life to, like cooking, like I mean, she loves sewing, anything like that, I stay away from. For me, it has this like real fear that I'm turning
what do you
into her.
think? Like, why? Like, what do you think when you think about your mum doing all the cooking or doing all the sewing?
I remember her not being happy.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I don't want to turn into this unhappy, but also she was very kind of like, oh, my poor life. This sounds really so pathetic because I'm comparing having a dog to having kids. But because I got a dog recently and I'm like having to feed her and stuff, I'm kind of like, oh my God, I'm slipping into my mum and feeding another thing that's dependent on me. And then I thought, well, when I have kids, what the hell am I going to do? You know, like I'm not going to sit back and like order them takeaways. No. I mean, I am so...
Although it is possible, you know.
Obviously it's possible, and,
yeah.
You know, but... I guess I'll have to do it, but I'm such a feminist that I don't want to be known as the matriarch that does the cooking. I want to make sure that my other half is doing like 50%. Well. Yeah. My dad just kind of, I'm not going to say he sat back. He worked really, really hard and everything. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like he was sitting back, but my mum worked and cooked.
Yeah.
and did all the laundry and did everything.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to fall into that.
Yeah.
And there's a bit in me that's fearing that, you know, if I have children, that's what's going to happen. I'll fall into this trap of being the stay at home that, you know, and so many women are happy with that, but I would just always want to be 50-50. I wouldn't want to have a Mickey taken out of me.
So we also need eggs.
Yes. So that's what I wanted to ask you. Do we need just the egg yolk or egg?
I think just an egg. One egg is
fine.
Okay. And does your mom think like that as well?
I'd love to say no, but yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. She kind of thinks, oh yeah, that, you know, who's feeding the kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do I put breadcrumbs in that one?
Yes.
Rather than together?
Yeah. I love how we learn how to do it together.
I know!
Wait, so you didn't ask for not like really the recipe, because there isn't much
There's
of a
not a recipe,
here.
no.
But you didn't ask for the method, like from your your sister or your mom, or
Because
did you
they
tell
was-
your mom that you're making it?
No.
Why?
I will actually. I'll send her a picture. I'll tell her. But she'll... The funny thing is, if I tell her that we're doing this and I'm talking about, you know, what she's making me, she'll call every single person that she knows and she'll tell them, and then
That you're talking about her.
yeah,
In a good way.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she'll be so proud.
It's funny, I haven't made schnitzels. I think I never made schnitzels actually.
Really?
Yeah, and it was also one of the things my mom used to make. for
Ah,
lunch,
there we
like we used to have
go.
it.
I even thought the other day, you know, when I have kids, women obviously take like 9 months to a year off maternity leave. And then I read about somebody that's she's doing 6 months and her husband's doing 6 months.
Yeah.
And I thought, 100% what I'm
That's
doing.
what I'm gonna do.
I'm 100% doing that. Who knows, I might even hate it. Like, I want to stay home with the kid, but like, absolutely no way.